Greetings, my ladies and gentlemen. You're currently watching a little ranked gameplay submitted to me by Kel Horn. And obviously he's in the Tirpitz, and you know what? I have not highlighted the Tirpitz in quite a while. And I am actually very pleased to do that right now, because the round that you're witnessing, or about to witness unfold in front of you, is probably one of the best Tirpitz rounds I have watched in a very long time. I mean, just a fabulous round played by Mr. Horn. He did all the things you would want in a great round. We're talking Kraken, we're talking Confederate, we're talking all the good stuff. I mean, it got dealt over 200,000 damage. That doesn't happen that often in ranked gameplay, especially when you only have 7 ships per team. And you're going to see that happen right now. So this is a strong and compelling case for the use of the Tirpitz. Or maybe he's just really good at using the Tirpitz. Those players do exist. Even though it was the first of the big premiums out there and got overused in the early stages, it's still a very potent ship. And part of the reason for that is, once again, those torpedoes that just seem to really sneak up on people. Now, moving on to some news right now. You might have seen something very... Ooh, look at this. Look at this CV just sitting there. Oh, he's got HE loaded. Maybe that was by design. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to set it on fire. That might have just been what was loaded. He'll switch it at some point. So, interesting news coming up. And this news kind of took me by surprise. And I know that's a little rare for a community contributor, because usually we find out about everything well in advance. But it's nice to be surprised every now and then. And you all have probably seen now, and if you haven't, this is new news to you. New news. Wargaming and World of Warships is doing a collaboration with Transformers. Yeah, Transformers. I think when they first posted the photos of that, or at least the first photos started circulating of this collaboration, some people thought it was fake. And I wouldn't blame them for that, because who would have thought that Wargaming and World of Warships would be doing a collaboration with Transformers? And I want to be honest, I am completely stoked about this. Look, I'm a child of the 80s and the 90s. I mean, I was born in 81. I'm that little cross-section of Generation X moving on to Generation... Well, what is it? The Millennial Generation? I don't even know what comes after X, because, in my opinion, X is all that matters. Just kidding. But anyhow, I grew up in the 80s. A lot of my memories were in the 80s, from Saturday morning cartoons and that type of thing. I watched He-Man, Transformers. So this is exciting news. This is finally a collaboration I can get behind. Finally a collaboration that I am actually excited about. I mean, Warhammer 40K, that's awesome. You know what? If you play that, that's cool. That was for you. All the anime stuff out there, and I almost said anime crap, but I don't want to do that, because I know a ton of you out there love anime. And that's fine by me if you do. I've got no problem with that whatsoever. You know what? If anime's your if that's your thing, if Azure Lane's your thing, if Cancole's your thing, and I don't even know if I'm pronouncing these right, because I'm not into it. But if that's your thing, you know what? I'm happy for you. That's awesome. You've had plenty of that stuff in the past. But there's been a lack of collaborations for people like me. People that don't fall into the category of anime lovers, or fall into the category of Warhammer lovers and stuff like that. I've had nothing. And I finally got something now. I got Transformers. Yes, they're more than meets the eye. And I'm just completely stoked about that. And there's 4 ships right now that we've seen that are going to be part of this collaboration. You got Optimus Prime. I mean, who could forget Optimus Prime? And you can't have a collaboration without Optimus Prime. So you're going to get some Optimus Prime camouflage for the Montana part of this collaboration. And I think that is probably the most fitting ship in the game for that. And if it weren't the Montana, maybe, you know, Des Moines might have worked out for it. But Optimus Prime deserves to be a battleship. I mean, straight up. And that's what he's going to be. And I'm totally excited about that. And the camouflage even looks pretty cool for it. Or the skin, because it's not really camouflage. It's a complete skin, so it looks awesome. It looks like Optimus Prime. Moving on, you've also got Megatron, and he's going to be on the grosser curve first. So that might get some people back into that ship again, because Grosser Kurfürst has been a little power creep. You know, it's seen better days than it's having now, and it's unfortunate because, you know, it's still a decent ship. It used to be a really good ship. I mean, it was the Kremlin before the Kremlin was the Kremlin. That was the original high hit pool overpowered ship, but now it's Megatron, and I think it's a fitting ship for it. I mean, Kremlin would have been fitting too, but I like it as Grosser Kurfürst because we've got some German ship love right there, and I think it deserves it. And then we got Bumblebee as gearing, and I totally see that. I mean, I'm digging this whole United States Navy for the, for not the Decepticons. Why can't I not remember their name? Oh my god, this is killing me right now. But yeah, I mean, perfect. I think Des Moines, or not Des Moines, I think the gearing is the perfect ship for Bumblebee, and I love the yellow camouflage on it. And then the last ship out there, I think, who was it, Rumble? I can't remember, but it's the Haborosk. So you've got a little Germany in there, you've got a little Russia in there, and you've got 4 ships right now that are going to be in there. And I can't wait. I really can't, because Transformers is Transformers, and it's awesome. And I honestly think this is Wargaming's biggest collaboration yet. I mean, you can say what you want about the Azure Lane and the Cancoli type stuff. I mean, yeah, that's kind of a big deal right there. That's a huge thing. But nowhere as big as Transformers. Transformers is huge. Transformers is, you know, it's known worldwide. Anyone that's grown up in the 80s, the 90s, and even the 2000s knows what Transformers is. And there's a good chance that if someone has watched a movie, they've probably watched a Transformers movie. Unlike most people probably haven't seen an anime show. You just haven't. Not everybody has. I mean, there is a specific audience for that. But even people that don't like science fiction or stuff like that probably have seen the Transformers movies as of late. And by late, I mean, it's still over a decade ago with Shia LaBeouf and, what was her name? Megan Fox. Yeah, so Transformers, that's a big deal. And I'm completely excited about that. And Mr. Kellhorn here already has his high caliber. I mean, the dude's on fire. He's got 107,000 damage already. He's sunk 1 ship already. He's got some fires. He's got some close quarters type stuff. He's going to take this kid out, it would appear. And the question is it going to be Torps or is it going to be main guns that gets him? And it looks like it's going to be main guns right here. And now, I mean, he's got 2 kills. This Vladivostok is charging in towards him. I mean, Kell is just, he's on fire right now. And I'm really wanting to play Tirpitz all of a sudden. And it's been a long time. I have not played the Tirpitz in a very long time. And once again, here's those torps that just kind of sneak up on you. And he's going to fire them a little ahead of his torpedo target indicator, which is a smart thing to do because I'm sure this Vlad is going to try and push. And look at that. I mean, still decent damage with those guns. 20k damage roll on that. And these torps look like they're going to slam home. They're going to slam home. And he's going to have his... What is this now? Well, not quite going to knock him out, but he's close. This is going to be his 3rd kill, I bet. So what other big news do we have? Well, we've got the USS Oklahoma. And that's pretty big news as well. I mean, Wargaming is on a roll right now with the USN ships. And I'll be honest, I'm a little disappointed that it's not the Nevada proper. Oklahoma, for those that know their history, she was sunk at Pearl Harbor along with the other battleships on Battleship Row, and she was one of the few, along with Arizona, that was not raised and rebuilt. So having her over her class leadership is kind of an odd choice right there, since basically she did nothing during World War II. I mean, I'm happy we're getting her in there, but I would have loved to have gotten the Nevada in there in its final configuration at a different tier. But I'll take a tier 5 ship. That's fun. That's cool. And we're going to witness this Lexington going down here. Mr. Kellhorn is going to knock him out, and the Lexington's trying in vain to sink him before he's sunk. He's going to turn into these torpedoes. He's going to miss these torpedoes. Nice dodge right there. Very nice dodge. That's a Trinity type of dodge right there. Or was it Keanu Reeves? Or Trinity was like, nice dodge in The Matrix. Yeah, we're talking real old now, 99. And that's going to do it for the Lexington, and he's going to move on to the Mogami right here. He's at 206,000 damage for this round. And it was a close game, too. I mean, it's not like this was a sure victory. Had he been sunk earlier, they might very well have lost this game. But I can say, as a matter of fact, he carried his team here. I think his team knows it, too, because you've got Bitcoin here saying, our tier deserves compliments. They're asking the carrier to go ahead and get Mogami, but they don't need the carrier to get him. He's within his secondaries, and he's going to take him out with his main guns. And that's going to do it for his round. Just an amazing round right here. One that I think anybody would be happy to have. Anybody would be happy to have this type of round in ranked. And I think I'm going to give the Tirpitz a try. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Hope you're doing great. Zoop out.